Guys, today I'm going to be talking about how effective homeopathy has been recorded to be in history. So, historical statistics. And these are from the late 19th century to the early 20th century, maybe. And they come from John Henry Clark, who was an English homeopath, and he worked at some homeopathic hospitals. So at that time, there were homeopathic hospitals, right? It was a very different world. There were hospitals uh, devoted completely to homeopathy, treating very serious diseases with homeopathy, and it was a thing that was taken seriously. So it was not like a cult thing, right? It was accepted. Um, so let's read from John Henry Clark what he said. I will give a few figures of comparative statistics. The first set releases the cases of pneumonia treated in Vienna and taken from Dr. Ruth pamphlet Fallacies of Homeopathy. Dr. Ruth tries to discount the lesson of the figures by saying that in the homeopathic hospital, the severe cases were few and far between. Here, however, we have an independent witness who actually saw these cases and testifies to their gravity. Sir William Wilde, the eminent Dublin oculist, which is an eye doctor, right, who personally inspected the same hospital, says in his work on Austria, I am bound to say that the cases I saw treated in Vienna, in the Vienna Homeopathic Hospital, were fully as acute and virulent as those that have come under my observation elsewhere. Here are Dr. Ruth's statistics of the comparative mortality in particular. So let's see what they found. So they recorded cases treated for pneumonia, which is an inflammation of the lungs, and under homeopathic treatment, 783 cases were treated and 45 died. Under allopathic treatment, which is the Western chemical medicine, 1,522 cases were treated and 373 died. So the mortality under homeopathic treatment was 1/4 of a quarter of those treated with allopathic medicine. Um, Peritonitis or inflammation of the abdomen under homeopathic treatment, 4% mortality. Under allopathic treatment, 13% mortality. So the superiority of homeopathy in the treatment of cholera is almost too well known to need repetition. Cholera under allopathy, 42% mortality rate. Under homeopathy, 10% mortality rate. Um, yeah, the superiority of the homeopathic treatment was so evident on this occasion that it led to the repeal by the Austrian government of the ordinances prohibiting the practice of homeopathy in the Austrian states. So, yeah, there was a prohibition on the practice of homeopathy. Of course, we know that by the 19th century, all the many of the governments were starting to, well, transition into modernity, the modern narrative, which is the Western allopathic model, and many countries started banning homeopathy. Um, so that was an unfortunate situation. John Henry Clark, who was, by the way, the highest profile right wing extremist in Great Britain, says that the figures of the London epidemic of 1854 give the mortality at the homeopathic hospital to 16.4%. Um, and we also have some statistics on typhoid. So basically, you can ask yourself the question, were people at the turn of the century, um, people like John Henry Clark or this eye doctor, were they completely crazy, or did homeopathy really work? Is everyone was everyone who was involved with homeopathy, the whole hospital, countless doctors, everybody, were they all delusional schizophrenics? Or does homeopathy actually work? So I'll let you answer that question for yourself. And that's it for today's video. Thanks for listening. If you would like to do a homeopathic consultation with me, you can get in touch on Telegram. You can find my Telegram in the channel description. Thank you.